Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
What's poppin', people? My name is Duncan. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading current content over the last week or two. It's because fucking COVID's been clapping my cheeks. But anyway, I think I'm better now, and I'm able to string together a few sentences without going to a fit of coughing. So hopefully that stays consistent throughout this video. I wanted to talk about the state of Dead by Daylight going into 2024, and how I think that this is going to be either a solid year for Dead by Daylight, or this is going to be a year where you piss the fucking community off royally and you fuck up the gameplay loop and the gameplay suffers because of it. Let me explain what I mean by that. So we've all seen the roadmap for Dead by Daylight going into 2024 and how they're going to change a lot of killers, a bunch of killers I don't agree with, but some that I do agree with. Like killers I don't agree with is like Huntress, Demogorgon. Those killers don't even need to be touched, in my opinion. And killers I do agree with are killers like, Hillbilly and Twins. Those killers do need to be changed. But I want to focus in on the perks and on certain game mechanics. So, notable things that they're changing are 3 gens. A solution for 3 gens. Whatever the fuck that means. They're going to change Save the Best for Last, Sloppy Butcher, and the Mangle Status Effect. And this is the thing. We know how behavior works. Let's talk about Save the Best for Last, Sloppy Butcher, Mangle. We understand how behavior works. First of all, those perk combos, in my opinion, they give you like a bit of an alternative to running a bunch of slowdown perks. And this is what I mean. Save the Best for Last and Sloppy Butcher is a rush down build. It's a build that is predicated upon you generating a bunch of pressure, which means beating the ass of every single survivor you come across, and not just one. Save the Best for Last only works if you spread out your pressure and you get a bunch of stacks. If you're tunneling one person down, sure, you get 2 stacks, but if you're just chasing them, you kill them, whatever, but you don't really get that many stacks out of that. You want to beat one person's ass, throw them on a hook, find somebody else who's not the obsession, beat their ass, throw them on a hook, and that's how you accrue stacks. On top of that, that's how you keep people injured with Sloppy Butcher, the Mangle Status Effect. What they're going to do, and this is classic fucking behavior, what they're going to do, this is how they operate. Whenever they nerf something, they nerf it completely into the goddamn ground. So there's no way in hell they're buffing the Mangle Status Effect. There's no way in hell they're buffing Sloppy Butcher. And I don't believe they're buffing Save the Best for Last. There's no way in hell they are. They're nerfing those perks in some way. I'm just going to hope they don't over fucking tune them. And you know what? I'll extend an olive branch. Let's be optimistic for a few seconds. Let's say behavior has something completely fucking masterful planned with Save the Best for Last. So all they're going to do is address like things that people perceive to be problematic with Save the Best for Last. Me personally, I don't think you need to change the fucking perk at all. But whatever. Let's say they address things that people perceive to be problematic with Save the Best for Last. So they just don't make it work like near hooks or something. Maybe that's the change. And maybe they buff another aspect of it. Maybe they make it faster away from hooks or whatever the fuck. Maybe they do that. Maybe they have something masterful plan like that. But I don't fucking believe they do. And let me explain what's going to happen. And maybe for Sloppy Butcher, maybe they'll take away some aspect and buff it in another aspect and still make it viable. But I don't believe that's going to happen. So this is what this is going to do. This is going to make M1 killers not viable if you nerf Save the Best for Last like this. If you nerf the shit, if you fucking butcher it, it's going to make M1 killers not viable. And let me explain how that's going to fuck up the game loop of Dead by Daylight. That means that at higher MMRs, and maybe even all MMRs, because people all people want the most effective tactic available. They want the fucking meta. So this may leak down to the meta. You're gonna see more nurses, more spirits, more blights, and that's dependent upon how much they nerf blight, because they are probably gonna be nerfing blight. You're gonna see more artists, more plagues. You're gonna see more of these high tier killers that don't rely on their M1 attack, and that will get old really fucking quick. If you see the same killers in high MMR or across all MMRs, that shit is gonna get old really fucking quick, and I do believe that that's gonna be an issue. Also, this is what that's gonna do. If you do see M1 killers or any killers you see, they're going to be less incentivized to run a rush down build like Sloppy Butcher and Save the Best for Last, to where they're actually chasing you and they're like spreading out the pressure. So everyone's getting a chance to get chased, whatever the fuck, they're spreading out the pressure. They're going to be less likely to run that kind of a build, and they're going to be more likely to bring 4 fucking slowdowns. So my build right now is Save the Best for Last, Sloppy Butcher, Scorch Up, Pain Resistance, Pop Goes the Weasel. If they nerf Save the Best for Last and Sloppy Butcher, I'm no longer going to be fucking incentivized to use those perks. I might replace those with 2 more fucking slowdowns. And we all know how survivors feel about goddamn slowdowns that killers use. Also, if they go through with nerfing these things, this different avenue for killers to generate pressure, this is another thing that's going to happen. You are going to start to see all fucking killers play in ways that are fucking ruthless, because they said they're getting rid of 3-genning or a solution for 3-genning. They didn't say they're getting rid of it, but they said a solution for it. I don't know what the fuck that means. I wish they would clarify. But let's say they first, by some facet of the imagination, they get rid of 3-genning. You are going to see killers play fucking absolutely ruthlessly. And they're going to tunnel. They're going to proxy camp. And you are not going to have a good time. And it's going to fuck up the fucking gaming loop. That is what I fear for Dead by Daylight moving forward. Because you're nerfing an avenue that provides like a kind of an alternative play style for killers, so that they don't have to fucking tunnel, so they don't have to run 4 fucking slowdowns, so that they don't have to use non-M1 killers only, killers who are only fucking strong. Because let me tell you something, even with Save the Best for Last and Sloppy Butcher being as strong as they are right now, it's still really fucking hard for me to contest these survivors that I get matched up with. Even with them being as strong as they are right now when I use M1 killers, it's still really fucking hard for me. And I'm trying not to do it. I'm trying not to. But I've been fucking thinking about learning goddamn Nurse. I've been thinking about just start learning fucking Nurse, learning Spirit, learning these high tier killers, so that I can at least contest these fucking survivors. I'm not trying to do that, but I'm thinking about it. And what behavior might do with these changes that they're going to implement in 2024. What they might do is they might push fucking killers to run only meta killers. And they're only going to push them into playing ruthlessly fucking efficient. And that shit's going to fuck up the gaming loop. Alright? Dead by Daylight, moving forward, has 2 paths. Either Dead by Daylight or behavior has something masterful planned that's going to be great for the gaming loop, or they're going to fuck this goddamn game up by indirectly nerfing M1 killers and nerfing certain playstyles. I'm worried. Alright? There are only 2. I only see 2 pathways. Anyway, what do you think is going to happen in 2024 for Dead by Daylight? I hope good things happen, obviously. I hope good things happen. I like Dead by Daylight. But fucking, yeah. Anyway, I'll see y'all niggas. Hopefully I can upload more over the next few days if my voice allows me to. It was kind of a struggle to get through this video, but I think it's a fine video. Anyway, let me know what you think. What do you think is going to be in the future for Dead by Daylight? Do you think these changes that they're about to make in this 2024 roadmap, do you think they're good changes? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, I'll see y'all niggas in the next video. I'm out this bitch. Bye! Gone.